the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
All right, it's another DMV First Warn Day this morning ahead of an Arctic blast barreling into our area. We have live winter storm coverage as crews are preparing to head out to treat the roads. And your timer now is approaching 7 o'clock on this Friday morning. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey James.
Good morning. I'm Tanaya Wright. We do want to send it right over to Brittany Ward for the most up-to-date information on that huge storm making its way to our area. Good morning, Brittany.
Yeah, good morning, guys. We are already tracking the rain across the DMV. You can see how large the system is on satellite and radar right now. Mainly starting to see some snow begin to develop along the eastern panhandle of the West Virginia. But this, my friends, is the cold front that we're keeping our eye out on. Once this moves out of our area, we're going to be seeing single digits as low, some of us even in the negatives in the higher terrain. So overall, it's just going to be brutally cold as we head through your Friday. We zoom it into the DMV, starting to see those showers in Frederick, Maryland, as well as Hagerstown, Washington, D.C. already starting to see the showers. A line of showers making its way out of Front Royal, and we'll start to see improvements as we head into the second half of our afternoon. Already starting to see those storm reports begin to roll in. We're seeing freezing rain there just north of Charlestown. So right here on 340, just be careful. If you are taking that right now, any untreated roads could be a little bit slick as you're heading out the door. Overall temperature is still pretty mild out there. We're seeing 40s and 30s across the board. 45 there in DC, 37 there in Winchester, 32 as you head into Cumberland, but it's not going to last long. Temperatures plummet as we head into that 5 o'clock hour. -1 there in Kaiser, 0 in Cumberland, 8 degrees as you head into Leesburg, and they just continue to drop as we head into our evening and starting off your Saturday in the single digits to negatives across the entire DMV. So brutally cold. If you have to go out, just make sure you are bundling up. I do advise people to stay in, but we do have a warm up in that 7-day forecast. So definitely keep it here. Shanika, we'll have a look at that coming up in just a bit.
All right, thank you, Brittany. Now we're tracking delays pretty much on a lot of our major roads this morning already. Things are just unfolding. This is the Southeast-Southwest Freeway right past Main Avenue. You're seeing a lot of brake lights because of a crash to the right. So do watch for congestion. That long stretch there, it's not going to be a good look for commuters at this time. Now over to GW Parkway right near 29. Watch for another crash that's heading southbound, and that's slowing things down for you. We have a road closure in Gainesville. We have flooding off of Artemis Road. That's right between Pageland and Trappers Ridge Court. No problems along 66 right now, east and west through Haymarket, Centerville, Fairfax, and beyond. 95 even, north and southbound. It's looking clear.
All right, Shanika, thank you. As rain makes its way into the DMV and the extreme cold temperatures approach, crews are preparing to keep the roads clear for travel. DC News Now's Lex Warris is live at the Montgomery County Salt Dome this morning, and that, Lex, is where many trucks have been all morning long. They've been filling up, really getting ready for the winter storm heading our way.
Yeah, that's right. We actually just had one truck come in. It looked like it had already used all the salt that was in that truck and refill and head back out of here. We actually did, we're out here while all of the trucks, there was dozens of them who were lined up around this parking lot here getting filled up. You can see the bulldozer still back there, and that bulldozer has been, getting the salt out of the inside and filling up those trucks. Now, in the past 10 minutes, the wind has really started to pick up out here. The temperature's starting to drop, and it is getting colder. So those trucks are out there ready to go as soon as there is any accumulation on the street. Like I said, that one truck that did just come through here had already emptied out and was refilling. So you should see some salt on the roads as you're out and about. If you're leaving here in the next few minutes and you're driving on the highway here or around Montgomery County, because these were trucks that were going to be treating county roads as well as the highway and the beltways. So definitely important for people to make sure that they're keeping an eye on those trucks, not getting too close as the trucks are spitting that salt out. Could be dangerous for the car, as well as just making sure that you're giving them enough space and driving a little bit slower than normal to make sure that you get to your destination safely. We'll be giving an update in about 30 minutes here, but for now, live in Durwood, Maryland, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
All right, thank you, Lex. In Virginia, the potential of a flash freeze could cause dangerous driving conditions today with icy roadways expected across the DMV. Our Mariel Carbone was in Northern Virginia last night to find out how drivers are getting ready.
You know what? If it's that bad when I wake up tomorrow, I may consider rolling back over and going back to bed.
But for now, Blaine Ashton is planning to go to work. That means driving on Virginia roadways in potentially dangerous and icy conditions.
So moving back from Arizona, it's going to give me a little bit of trepidation getting back out there on the road.
VDOT is warning people to reconsider traveling on Friday. But if you absolutely have to, the agency says you should have an emergency kit in your car.
I'm former military, so I keep all that good stuff, flashlights and, hand sanitizer, soap. Extra pair of underwear, you might need.
Winter kits should have the basics from water, snacks, and blankets to an ice scraper, shovel, and jumper cables.
I do keep a kit in my car. I have an extra pair of gloves. I have jumper cables.
Bob Levy always keeps his car stocked up.
Because you never know what's going to happen, you need to be prepared. Because if you get stuck, you're in trouble.
Like what happened back in January when cars were stranded on 95 for more than 24 hours due to winter weather.
I mean, as prepared as I'm going to be.
Ashley Duncan just added a few extra items to her car this week.
And then I went out and bought a scraper for my car and like the brush. They advised we get that when I watch the news.
She says she'd stay off the roads if she could. But with just days until the holidays, she's got some last-minute shopping to do.
But I have to do what I have to do.
Your time right now is 7:06 this morning. The Virginia Department of Transportation is advising people on how they can stay safe if they do get stuck in their car during a blizzard. They say if you're on the highway, pull off and turn on your hazards. Once the snow stops falling, raise your hood to call attention to yourself. Get back in your car and stay there unless there's somewhere close by where you can take shelter. To keep warm, they say run the engine and heater about 10 minutes every hour and open the window slightly to protect yourself from carbon monoxide poisoning. And to find all of our weather coverage in one place, make sure you download our weather app. You can scan the QR code on your screen or search DC News Now Weather in your phone's app store.
All right, we've been seeing a lot of this pop up lately, water main breaks, and this one happened early yesterday morning in Rockville, Maryland, near Georgetown Prep School in Rockville Pike and Strathmore Avenue. So the big question is, what do you do if water suddenly starts gushing out of your home? Well, DC News Now's Skylar Salas has what to do if it happens to you.
Frozen or broken water pipes can cost a homeowner thousands of dollars. I spoke to an expert to find out how you can avoid this disaster. As we brace and push through brutally cold temperatures, local water departments are reminding customers how to prevent frozen or broken pipes. Top of the list, know where your main water valve is and how to shut it off.
So if a pipe breaks, that's the first thing you want to do. You want to get the water shut off in your house so that you have the least amount of water damage.
Insulating your pipes and keeping your home above 55 degrees can also prevent damage to your house and your wallet.
If you're home and it's cold for an extended period of time, leave a faucet on a trickle so water is moving through those pipes. That'll limit the chance of the pipe freezing and breaking.
If your pipes do freeze, WSSC Water says get some good advice before you try fixing things yourself.
Probably the best thing to do is to talk it through with a plumber. You never want to, and believe it or not, people do this, you never want to use a blowtorch to warm up your pipes, any type of tool like that. A hairdryer is fine to thaw a pipe, but never want to use anything else, just too dangerous.
Reporting in Hagerstown, Maryland, Skylar Salas with DC News Now.
All right, your time right now is 7:08 on this Friday morning.
Still ahead this morning on DC News Now, chaos at O'Hare International Airport. How passengers brave hundreds of disruptions of flights out of Chicago.